So when you have an emergency, the first thing many of us think to do is call 911. But what happens when the people taking your call don't send help?
Last year, 6 people died when flooding washed away a bridge in the small town of Laurel, Indiana. Multiple people called 911, but our investigation uncovered a 911 nightmare: failure to dispatch. It's been a year and Josh Mosier is still just trying to get through each day with his daily chores on the farm. But he can't shake the horrific memory of what happened one dark, rainy morning in March of last year.
That's the reoccurring nightmare, is seeing that, is hearing them scream, and it's like I'm behind a wall and I can't get to them.
The bridge is gone.
He was driving into work and got a terrifying call.
So I don't know how to tell you this, but I believe it's her van upside down in the creek.
Inside that van, Josh's 2 little girls, 4-year-old Kylie and 7-year-old Elysium, along with their mother Felina and her teenage son Ethan.
The water was so high, you couldn't tell, you couldn't see the license plate. You could just see about half the rim.
This is what the Sains Creek looks like on a normal day, but after hours and hours of pouring rain, floodwaters were so high they washed away the bridge above. When the van was finally pulled from the water, no one was inside.
I had to find them. It's real simple, had to find them.
Josh hopped in and started wading through the water, searching for his babies. About a mile downstream,
Yeah, I found her right there.
an image he'll never get out of his head.
I just picked her up and squeezed her and scream and cry, and I just carried her from here through that little pasture up to my house. I laid her in the garage, and I laid with her and I loved on her, and I told her that she didn't have to scream or yell for me anymore. But that I wasn't done, that I had to go find her sister. I gave her a kiss and told her I loved her, and I went back to the water.
A short time later, he found his oldest daughter the same way. No one escaped. Felina and Ethan, along with 2 other men whose car was also swept away, all died that morning. 6 lives gone.
911, where's your emergency? Yes, the bridge here on Sains Creek, at the bottom of Sains Creek Hill, is completely washed out. It's gone.
What Josh didn't realize until days later, this tragedy could have been prevented.
Yeah, it's flooded bad, really bad.
3 calls were made to 911 that morning, one just after 3 a.m., a second one at 4:18, and then again at 4:46.
Somebody better get down here and block it off before somebody goes into the river.
But help never came. Within 40 minutes of that call, Felina, who was on her way to work and taking the kids to the babysitters, came down Sains Hill and drove right into the rushing water.
All it would have taken was a car with flashing lights to block the road, and the traffic would have been averted, and we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Josh hired attorney Tim Devereaux to find out why dispatchers didn't send help, and what they discovered was disturbing. The complaint filed against Franklin County claims 911 operators were making numerous postings on their personal social media accounts at the exact time the 911 calls came in. While rescuers were still searching for the victims, the chief deputy calls into dispatch, also questioning how this happened.
Can you check and see if somebody called in and said that the bridge was out on Sains Creek around 3 a.m.? God help whoever didn't pass that on if it did.
There was a call at 4:18. It says, advise that the bridge on Sains Creek is completely washed away.
What did they do with it?
It looks like it was made an I-call.
Are you kidding me?
An I-call meaning information only, and a deputy doesn't have to respond. Josh is suing Franklin County and the Sheriff's Department, and in response, the county denies it was negligent and claims as a government agency they are immune from liability. I called the sheriff and the attorney representing the county. I've yet to receive a response. The bridge was quickly repaired, but Josh believes until real changes are made within Franklin County's 911 system and dispatch centers across the state, it's only a matter of time before this happens again.
It has to change. There has to be a different system, a different procedure when them calls come in.
And when something happens like this, what?
There's not another family sitting here talking to you the way I am. That it's handled differently. Maybe a life will be saved.
The 911 supervisor was fired by the Franklin County Sheriff's Department about a week after the incident, but the two other dispatchers who took those calls were not.